Hello, welcome back to the channel. Today we are playing some Mono White Midrange using some of my favorite cards from the new Dominaria United set and combining them with some of my favorite older cards to create a really good midrange deck. Deck felt very solid and performed very well. We'll go over all the stats at the end of the video in the post-game deck overview, but really quickly, a couple of the synergies are a lot of recursion. If you've been around the channel for a while, you know that I'm very partial to recursion and kind of reanimator strategies. So to help with that, we have a couple of new cards. The Phyrexian Missionary, which you can kick for 1 and a black and get back a creature from your graveyard and put it into your hand. We have Extraction Specialist, which helps us get back the Spirited Companion for draw. And then the Phyrexian Missionary again, just for another lifelinker when the Specialist dies. We have Archangel of Wrath as kind of our life gain, get us out of sticky situations, and sometimes as a closer, which is really good, and which is why we splash in both red and black into the deck. And then we also have 2 copies of Serra Paragon, which is a very strong card, and can let us return a permanent with mana value 3 or less from the graveyard to the battlefield. So that's our Wedding Announcements, Extraction Specialists, hit them with the Anointed Peacekeeper Taxes, Spirited Companion, or we can even kick a Phyrexian Missionary. So yeah, this card is really good for kind of the mid game as well as the late game if it goes unanswered. And then to top off our recursion package, we have Invoke Justice, which is a card that you all have seen before, but basically lets us put +1 counters onto creatures and also pull 1 from the graveyard onto the battlefield. Really good with Sanctuary Warden, really good with Ao the Dawnsky. You can even get an Elspeth Resplendent out of the graveyard and then put counters on creatures you have already on board. And then, of course, for our kind of removal package, we have 1 Destroy Evil. This is a cool card because it sort of like a Valorous Stance in that it destroys a creature with toughness 4 or greater, but it can also hit enchantments, and I've noticed that there's a lot of Selesnya enchantments back out and about, running around the ladder. So we do run exile effects to kind of help in those matchups. We run 3 Fateful Absence as spot removal that can also hit planeswalkers, 1 March of Otherworldly Light, usually for underdogs, and 2 Farewell as just kind of a reset button that can help us get back into the game from a board state that we are very much behind on. So that's the deck. Again, in the post-game deck overview, we go over the win rate, the matchups, and everything like that, so stick around to the end of the video for that. Yeah, that's it for the intro. See you guys in the games, and I hope you enjoy. Alright, we go first. Time to get some ranks back. White Midrange. Let's get them. Black. Let's get things on board. Use their removal. Then tax them into oblivion. Need another land. There we go. What you got? Nothing. Liliana. Could tax that, could tax Trespasser. I think... I think we tax their Liliana for now. Just so that they can't easily get rid of the Peacekeeper. They'll probably play Trespasser here. If they don't, next turn we just tax that. No, thank you. Sure. Could go Serra Paragon here. They're another land away from a hook. Let's see if they want to trade first. No? Play this land on 4. Liliana costs 5. They need another land for Hook, so let's go Sarah Paragon here. Make their attacks bad. Underdog. Probably hoping to hook, so we do not block. Okay, flips to nighttime. We can go Sanctuary Warden next turn. What you got? Cut down and meat hook. They can hook for 3 next turn, so the meat hook. Let's tax that. If they play Liliana and make a sacrifice, we sacrifice the Peacekeeper here, and then we can also replay it if we want to. What you got? Okay. They already played a land. They have 5 mana. They can hook for 3. No, they can't because of the Peacekeeper, so we know block here. Okay. Let's attack with everything. Sanctuary Warden can come down. I would like to draw. So now they're dead unless they can clean up the board here. And their hook costs 4 base now, so that feels bad for them. Feels bad indeed. Peacekeeper out here just applying the taxes and keeping the peace. Alright, there's a cut down. Into what? Just block that one. They can't kill us from 3 here because they don't have Despair mana. So, not worried about that. Oh wait, yes they do. Uh-oh. Oh, it's just a Liliana. Well, that could have lost us the game.
Something suspicious is going on. And for once, it's not my fault.
Assert dominance. I thought they had already played out their land for the turn. Oops. Going first, we'll keep. Tap land first into Companion, hopefully find another land. Against red aggro, definitely need it. Could destroy Evil that. Maybe we want to save this for Raiju, though? I think let's try and hit our land drop. Nope. Alright, deck. Don't let me down. Alright, we find our land. So, what are they hoping to play on 3? Okay, let's make this expensive. Bloodthirsty Adversary. So they need a creature top deck. No attacks. Archangel of Wrath can definitely get us out of some sticky situations. They rip a squee. Unlucky. We can take 4. We find another land. So, we can just play Archangel, or we can be greedy and wait for another land. If we do that, Thundering Raiju comes out next turn, so we actually have 2 removal spells. So I think the play is just attack in with this, and then do nothing. I think they're playing the Raiju this turn. Okay. Kill that. Kill that. See if they want to attack. Cowardly. Alright, pick for 1 here. Don't think we can really wait much longer. Next turn announcement. Very expensive Bloodthirsty Adversary appears. I send it all. Here and actually here. Okay, there's a burn spell. You get the exile off, unfortunately. Play the announcement. Let's get more blockers online. I think we'll play this Peacekeeper next and tax their Raiju. Could also tax Lightning Strike. Okay, they have another squee. Run them all sideways. Here. Here. Find a land. So we can go Invoke Justice. Just make the Peacekeeper huge. But I think we see what they have in hand first. Okay, that can get taxed. Firebrand. Next turn we'll Invoke Justice on our Spirited Companion. And then I think we will... Actually, is this better? I think it is. For now. Okay, land. Let's draw this turn. They can stop 1, that's fine. They trade. Now we have a good lifelinker on board. We can Invoke Justice, our Peacekeeper back, and then put everything on the Extraction Specialist, and basically just win from there. I don't think they have a way to win from this position though, so not too concerned. Okay, they got their squee back. Any card name, huh? Yeah. We go first. We do have removal on 2 into Peacekeeper, so I think we'll try this. Hello. Do we have a mono black gamer? Sure do. Save this for shouldered, I think. Get down the announcement. And then we'll need to tax a Invoke Despair. Okay. Farewell's nice. Let's try and draw into a land. Hitting our land drops will be important. Alrighty. That's unfortunate. Do find our land, finally. This can get us out of some sticky situations. But let's see what they have in hand first. 4 or 5 mana. Could make Liliana expensive, but then they just invoke Despair. So I guess we make them play the Liliana. Invoke Despair. And then we can sacrifice the 2/2. If they go that route. If they go shouldered, we just kill it. Okay. We go Liliana.
Enough with the mysteries. I've come. Off you go.
No attacks, huh? Let's go Wrath here. Take out their Liliana.
This isn't
No
how
attacks.
things were supposed to go.
One more land, we can go Warden. Another Liliana. I will give up the Peacekeeper
No
here.
more distractions. Let's make this quick. I've always hated crowds.
Find our land.
Delay. Nothing
Let's go
more.
Warden. Try and make their Invoke bad with the 2/2. Once again, we'll just Fateful Absence the shouldered. Alright. We get 1 card. We find another land off the top. We go Sarah Paragon. I land. So we could just exile the underdog here. We also have Farewell available. Let's attack in and see if we can find a land. There we go. Play land. Paragon. Just go Peacekeeper again for now. Graveyard Trespasser. Make that nice and expensive for them. Okay, they go for it. It's fine. This is useless now, so I think we just send everything, to be honest. And then before they can block, let's exile the underdog. Also stops Day Night. Okay, they give up a Trespasser. We'll end turn there. No creatures in our graveyard for them to take. Shoulder comes down here. It's Fateful Absenced. Okay. We'll wait to do that, actually. They go our graveyard instead of theirs, and they explode. Easy. We go first. Keep. Tap land into draw. Into Specialist. Seems good. Looks like mono black again. Which is fine with us. As long as we hit our lands and our creatures, we'll be good to go. They do have a cut down. Underdog Trespasser combo, perhaps? We know block here in case they play Trespasser next turn, because we need to get it back from the graveyard with the Specialist. Second underdog. Tempting to kill one. And then what though? Missionary? I guess we'll see what we draw. Another Specialist. Thank you. I needed that value. Opponent missed a land drop last turn, which is nice. There's the cut down. So we're blocking with Companion. Specialist again. Try to find a land drop. Easy. We'll just go Missionary here too. Next turn we'll play AO. Opponent missing all the land drops. Okay. Just drop AO on him. Start attacking in the sky with Vigilance. We can give everything +1/2 if they kill it, so maybe we'll do that. If they go Liliana here, we just sack the Companion probably. And then get back a Specialist with Missionary. Nope, Trespasser. Fine, fine. Life total is running low. So let's attack in the sky and on the ground. If Bankbuster comes out, we just Fateful Absence it. Deny them the draw. Before they can declare blockers, let's kill it. So, now they take 3, or they block and trade. Okay. Could also kill the Trespasser. Let's do that. Kinda want my stuff in the graveyard. Destroy Evil can go. This is a little bit more versatile. Next turn we'll play Missionary Kicked and get back our Specialist. Okay, opponent has Field of Ruin. Like they may also have a kill spell. Nope. I think we're just attacking in the air with AO. They kill it. Get some +1 counters. Makes their hook very bad. Also makes their attack bad. If they go Liliana, we sacrifice Companion. Sheoldred is fine, that just dies. Eh. They go to 6. Do we play Sarah Paragon? I don't think so. They can hook for 4. Yeah.
I bring order to this world. You will serve me well.
So I think everyone's attacking Sorin here. Then we can do Sarah Paragon stuff. I may just let it go. Bankbuster on the companion. That's fine, we'll get a draw.
Follow in darkness.
Up to 32 we go. Another land. 5, 6, 7. They can hook for 5 next turn if they have it, which wipes everything, so we hold this back. Okay, another Sorin. Maybe another vampire here. Yep. Liliana, sacrifice companion.
Before brunch.
May make us discard, which also isn't the end of the world. Yeah.
Haven't you ever heard of personal space?
Let's just go face. Try and get rid of some of their board. I'm hoping they block the specialist with the buster. Which, okay, well they trade the buster then. This is fine. Kill that. Okay. Back up to 6. So we go Sarah Paragon. Then we go Specialist. And we get Companion. And then we draw. 3 lands. Feels bad. Let's hold them all. Then discard this one. Ooh, we are actually really low on black mana, I just realized. Although I guess we don't really need it since we're basically mono white. Okay.
My ways are not for the
They must have the despair. So, what are we sacrificing here? Don't necessarily want them to get a bunch of life. Or I mean a bunch of card draw. So I think it's this, and then the companion is the enchantment. Because we can get all this back. What's in grave right now? Alright, we're gonna kick a missionary and get back our AO. Attack in the sky, make them block with their flyer. That's very bold. Very bold indeed.
dire times call for dire tactics.
Are we
Wipe that
sacrificing?
smug on your face. I'm not interested. Off you go.
So I'm assuming they might have a hook here. So we'll sacrifice this. They rip a hook off the top, they still have enough mana to wipe the board. But they're also dead to the air if they don't figure out a solution here. Nice. We go first again. Good if we find another land, but not going to count on it. I think we can toss one specialist away here. Yeah, I feel like we've been on the play a lot. Yeah, time for Jund, which means time for taxing Fable of the Mirror Breaker. Ooh, cheeky. Let's see what they have. Big score. Ah, so this is Bombardment. Alright. Big score. You are now taxed. Path of Peril is kind of bad for us with the announcement, but I think we'll just use it to draw. It could Bosage you, which would be unfortunate. Let's see if they toss another Vampire's Kiss our way. Yep. Okay. Many blood tokens. Let's draw some cards here. They'll probably want to Bosage you that next turn. We'll try and get the mileage that we can. Alright, we need a land. I think we're just going to play this straight onto board, to be honest. Although they may give us a land here with the Bosage you. Yep. Alright, so we'll play the second one then. Tax. The blood tokens are holding priority here. Alright, there's a land that we needed. Can play Warden now. Pretty much blow them out of the game, I think. They can't big score this turn. We can invoke Despair. So let's give up the companion in the announcement and keep this up so it makes their big score more difficult. Let's just Elspeth here.
Be brave.
Go lifelink. Next turn we'll go probably Sanctuary Warden, I think. And they have no treasure for this yet. They can get it if they use their whole turn to big score. And they choose Terra Sunder on the Elspeth.
Once I've rested.
So, I'm glad I didn't play Warden that turn. We can get in for 8. No, we can only get in for 6 to face. So I think it is Warden here. Draw. Another Angel. Down to 7. They're dead to board. In fact, they're dead if they leave the Sanctuary Warden alive, because then we just kick one of these. And that's 7 exact. Peacekeeper absolutely taxing them out of the game on the big score. Good card. Yep, they bin it, finally. Don't have enough to kick that because they don't have treasure. They could Terra Sunder on the Warden. And that would actually be really not great Because we wouldn't have lethal next turn, we'd be one off, unless we draw a black source. Charm? Okay. Okay, there's Peril. So if we draw a black source here, we're good. Nope. Let's just go like this then. There's the black source. Alright, so they're dead next turn. Even if they clear the board. No point in playing out more. Yeah. Such a good card. So the only way they live is if they have a Tamio's Safekeeping. Vampire's Kiss is not instant, I don't think, so... Yep, nice. Okay, going second, but we have draw into Wedding Announcement, Paragon stuff, so we'll keep this. Tap land first. Looks like Jund. Maybe Windgrace. Yep, definitely Windgrace. Okay. Let's get some draw going. This can come in useful later. We'll trade. Do we trade? I want to get the Wedding Announcement down, actually. Maybe we'll wait. Alright, there's a Fable. May double block the token with the 2 1/1s here. And then go Specialist to get Doggo back. This is gonna have to die pretty soon, I think. There's the Titan. See if they have the reanimation. They definitely have it. What a start for them. Oh, Soul of Windgrace. Okay. I thought it was a Cruelty of Gix coming down. Works out well. I don't know if we have time for Doggo draw here. So let's go Peacekeeper. Yeah. Cruelty. The Cruelty. Tax that a little bit. I don't know why they didn't just do that last turn. This is going to be tough though, for sure. Maybe they were waiting to copy with Titan. Or copy with Reflection, I mean. Okay, there's another Fable. We are desperately searching for a Farewell. Could kick this once, kill the Reflection. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If they have another land, they can play the Gix anyway. But if they have another land and they play the Gix, we don't want them copying the Titan, because that would be quite the disaster. So I think we're killing the Reflection here. Get some stout bodies on the field. And then I think maybe it's Sarah Paragon. Okay. But they are going cruelty. Yep. Okay. So, kill this, block that, kill that. Now they cruelty for their Titan, but I wonder if they're going to read ahead or not. It is a pretty hefty mana investment. Their whole turn, in fact. Okay, they do read ahead. Straight to Titaning. Alright. What do we have in the graveyard? Nothing good. Could Sarah Paragon here. But I think we just go Specialist into draw. Get a land. Ooh, that's very good, isn't it? Let's just get things onto the field. No attack. Unfortunately, we will need to exile graveyards here. And we need another land, so let's hope that happens. They are one turn away from absolutely just deleting us with copied Titans of Industry. Okay. So, I think we let this go. Need another land. Find it. So what are we doing? I think it's swing with everything. Farewell. Okay. All creatures, and are we doing graveyards? Probably not, because kind of messes with our graveyard stuff, and their biggest threat just got exiled, so not too worried about Windgrace. Sure. There's a Squee. We could invoke Justice. Could just kill Squee here. Probably the move. Next turn, Sarah Paragon, I think. Maybe we'll get back our other angel with the missionary. Okay. Look for 4 eats their turn. I think we Sarah Paragon into our wedding announcement here. Alright, they draw. See if they have the removal. Okay. Other teachings. The mill of cruelty, which is what we like to see. That's rather annoying, isn't it? Let's draw here. Wonder if they can stop this. I think so. Feels bad. Okay, it makes Invoke Justice a whole lot worse. We could do it on a naked board and just buff up our creatures, and I think that's probably the play. Ooh, that's rough. That's actually so bad. I think we're gonna get wrecked by this first. Ooh, what a good draw. Hey yo. They're dead to board next turn if they don't kill the token or the AO. But I think, yeah, they get a blocker with this, don't they? We're 1 point off in the air. Other Angel could seal the deal here. Angel of Wrath. No way they crew this and attack in, right? Okay. Another Bank Buster. Another land. So they can crew up to 4. They pull another Titan here that's really bad, but I don't think 2, 4, 5, 6, they don't have the mana for that. We're at a high enough life total that we don't really care what they send in to attack us. Nice. We got there. One goes first. We'll keep this because we have draw. Looks like mono red. Ooh. That is a cool sleeve. I like that. I wonder if this is artifacts. Or just red aggro with the Ronin. Okay. Our lifelink is going to need to do all the work. Okay, there's an announcement. They want to kill that with absence. We'll block here. Looks like they have a play with fire. So are we getting the announcement cooking? Is the question. I think so. They can hit us for another 6 if they play with fire the token here. Yep. Uh-oh. Big damage. So, I think we'll go here. And then hold up our absence. Okay. That to a lightning bolt now? Or a lightning strike, rather? Do they have it? No. They're looking for it. Okay, they draw. Go back to 5. Type. It'll land, let's see if we can draw into one. Very nice. More lifelink on the field. Woo! Got scary there for a second. Hello, welcome back to the post-game deck overview. This was Mono White Midrange, and the deck felt really good. As you saw in the video, did well. And overall, 75% win rate. We went 9-3 on the play, 88% on the draw, 50%. Looking at the matchups, we actually, and I will say this, we were on the play a lot. So during this play session, let's see, we were on the play 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times, on the draw once. We did win the on the draw matchup. But yeah, so we were on the play a lot. In this other play session, on the play we won, on the draw we lost. In the first play session with the deck, we were on the play, we won that, on the draw we lost, and then we won another on the draw game. So yeah, take that for what you will, and just keep that in mind. However, I will say, against Mono Black, absolutely destroyed them. Mono Red was sort of a similar story. You saw that last game, hopefully, which was probably at the end of the video, but on the draw against Mono Red, and the life gain that we get from the Phyrexian Missionaries, the Extraction Specialist, and the Archangel of Wrath, especially in the early game, being able to reanimate, say, a Missionary with a Specialist, and continuing to jump block while they're trying to aggro you down, is very strong, because it lets you survive into a mid-game with a respectable life total most of the time. And I think that's where the deck does really well, because a lot of these decks, like Mono Black or Mono Red, they try to burn you out and whittle you down as fast as possible. But if you're gaining life and basically making that extremely hard to do, when they get into the mid to late game, they just can't do anything. So I think that's where this deck is really strong. Against other mid-range decks, like Jund, for example, our mid to late game cards are very good. So we have Ao the Dawn Sky, for example, which comes in as a 5/4 Vigilant Flyer. And then when you start tacking on a couple wedding announcements that have flipped, you put Elspeth counters on it, you get it back with Invoke Despair. Or, I mean, Invoke Despair. Invoke Justice. It's a really annoying threat to deal with. Plus, the ability when it dies, you can go search up something for 4 mana. So, for example, an Extraction Specialist which can then pull you out a Spirited Companion, which then draws you a card. So your board is always kind of there, and it's very annoying and difficult to get rid of everything. Plus, when you have your own removal and you're taking out their stuff, it can be extremely frustrating. Plus, the Sanctuary Warden with the shield counter can be really hard to deal with as well, especially against board wipes that aren't Meat Hook Massacre. Something like a Burn Down the House, for example. It is very good at surviving those. So, solid deck all around. Anointed Peacekeeper I found was a really good card. In more than one instance, it taxed our opponent out of the game, basically, because it stopped them playing cards on curve that would otherwise have either wiped out our board or given them a much more dominant board state. So having this down as just a 3/3 with Vigilance, it can attack in, it can threaten to block, say, a Graveyard Trespasser, and then when the announcement flips, the Trespasser can attack through it, so unless it's a Knight. So yeah, I like this card a lot, actually. I haven't played with it too much, but seems very good, especially because you can name any card. So yeah, that's really about it with the deck. In terms of changes, Invoke Justice is flexible, I think. It didn't really come up as much as I would have liked in terms of like impacting the game in a significant way. So maybe cutting that and putting in another Elspeth might be a good idea. Sanctuary Warden, I really like that as a finisher. Just a really good card and a fun card that I like a lot. Archangel of Wrath, I feel like, is definitely a 4 of in this. Because it's so easy just to splash white mana with the Pain lands from Orzhov as well as the dual lands, and then the dual lands from Boros Colors. You can just get the double kicker, and this can really save you from very losing situations by taking out creatures or just hitting them in the face or hitting planeswalkers or whatever. So I would definitely say this is still a 4 of. Yeah, and I think everything else is kind of a 4 of, maybe removal, depending on what you're playing against. I will say the matchup, and we haven't had it in this play session, but I think the matchup against mono blue would be pretty difficult unless you can develop a wide board early, because that's kind of how you beat them. You just smash them down before they can get their Djinn out and then counter every single thing that you do after that point. It's like, yeah, you won't be resolving AO the Dawn Sky against mono blue usually. So I think still winnable for sure, especially if you can resolve a Wedding Announcement and have like 1 or 2 creatures on the board, because this starts hitting in for a lot of damage once you have a Wedding Announcement or 2 resolved. Another consideration, actually, which hilariously enough I didn't even think of, is the Wandering Emperor in here. I feel like I crutch on that card a lot whenever I play white, so I wanted to try a deck without it, and yeah, it did well, but maybe it could benefit for cutting, say, an Invoke Justice and adding in a Wandering Emperor, for example. Or maybe Invoke Justice goes, 1 Archangel of Wrath goes, and a Wandering Emperor comes in. Because it kind of accomplishes the same thing where you can exile a creature, but I guess the parameters are different because you have to have mana open, it has to be attacking and tapped. And yeah, so definitely room to play around with it, for sure. But yeah, that's really about it for the video. Deck was fun. Deck was good. I hope you guys enjoy. Would not recommend crafting, though. Just got to say that. Don't craft yet. The meta is still very early. Everyone was teching against mono black, and now mono black is getting less and less of a meta share. So this may not be good against other things. Like if you see this video a week after it's posted, this deck may no longer be good. So keep that in mind before you craft. Yeah, that's it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you in the next video. Oh, like and subscribe and comment too. Thank you.